And that is where we're going to start, because although this is a huge game any season, and it's a huge game this early in this season as well, it's for different reasons from how it normally would be perceived.
Yeah, especially with the draw. There was a time yesterday when you're watching that game and you're thinking, if they do lose this game, then Liverpool, we know they definitely have to win it. I do believe that Liverpool have to win tonight, and we know for Man United, for all sorts of reasons why they have to try and win this game. It's brilliant. It's set up at such an early stage in the season, so I'm quite looking forward to the game.
Owen Hargreaves and Darren Lewis are with us as well. Owen, from a Manchester United point of view, as Righty said, it does feel like a must-win game. Even more than that, is it a must-not-lose game?
Well, I said before the Brentford game, I thought they could lose the game, but I wanted a good performance, because that's what it's come to right now. I think for United, again, I take a performance. I was there when they played the Liverpool and they lost 5-0. And honestly, it was soul-destroying, being pitch side. The fans were asking me, oh, what's going on? The players, their body language, the life was just leaving everyone in the stadium. So I don't think any United fans expect to beat Liverpool today. I think a point would be, three would be great. I think you take a point, but I think you need a performance. You need something that you can go. You look at Arsenal, and you know what they have, and you know what they're building, and you see the direction they're going. There's a platform and a plan there. You look at United, and you think, Brighton was pretty bad. Brentford was probably one of the worst games I think we've ever seen. So you need something where you can go, this is what we are, this is where we're going. Nobody expects United to win the league, or probably even be in the Champions League places. So this is a building block, a starting point, and they just need a performance, I think. Points are extra.
The worry is, Kels, is that it is against Liverpool. They're fierce rivals. They are coming off of 2 losses. And, if it's a situation where Liverpool do start fast, which we're going to do, Owen, you're, as a manager, and the Liverpool dressing room, the fans, you want Liverpool to go out and really put them under pressure right from the off, because nothing I've seen from Man United in the previous games and games last season says to me, when they go back, apart from if Ronaldo is playing, that they have got the character to come back and put a team performance together of structure and organisation. I've not seen it for so long. This is why I'm with Owen on this one, where I can't see how they actually beat a Liverpool side over 90 minutes, knowing what Liverpool need right now. They cannot afford to let City get away. And yes, you have to say City dropped 2 points against Newcastle, even though Newcastle were brilliant. But the thing is, Liverpool have to win the game. And there's nothing about Man United that makes me feel, what I've seen up to this point, that they can not only score against Liverpool, but keep Liverpool out as well. It really is a sad situation for the fans to go to a game, whether they go to the game to protest or watch, to see something that, probably like what Owen has to do. They just want to see a performance. They're not bothered about winning at the moment. They just need a performance.
I think the difference between the two clubs and teams is that whatever happens with Liverpool tonight, they have a plan, they have an identity, they have a respect for their head coach. We all know what direction they're going in. They have ambition. They've got quality players, all of whom fit a profile that the club want to follow. Their recruitment's outstanding. The list is as long as your arm. All of the opposite applies to Manchester United, and that's why tonight is so febrile.
And knowing the Premier League, United probably win 1-0 now.
It's interesting that you mentioned the body language, because the common factor in both games, the Brighton and the Brentford game, is that when they conceded, it looked as though the team just fell apart, that they didn't have the confidence or the belief or whatever that intangible thing is, to be able to rescue the situation.
Well, I think that's what makes, Righty knows. I've been there. That's what makes you a professional football player, is your mentality. So you get there. We all come from probably families where you have older brothers and you learn to compete. And I think for football players, it's easy when you're winning. Arsenal were going through this a few years ago, where when the chips were down, basically, they sunk, didn't they? Whereas now it looks like they're fighting back. Whereas I think for United, especially the Brentford game, David de Gea makes a terrible mistake, I understand that, but he saved United so many times. The boys got to bounce back. They got to fight. They got to be aggressive. They got to be first to every ball, and that's what I want to see tonight. I want to see the players get up and be aggressive, put some pressure on Liverpool. We saw Leeds do that against Chelsea to brilliant effect. We saw Newcastle do that against Man City. You got to have a go, and I think that's what United fans will want to see tonight. They want to see United be positive, get up and be aggressive, and try and force the issue, because they just want to see the team compete, because there's definitely more in that team than they've shown.